with a member of a very exclusive club. 300 appearances for Vice-Captain Lewis Guest. Guesty, first on to today's game, a tough encounter with a tough opposition. What are your thoughts on the 1-1 draw against Rugby?
Yeah, we know it's always going to be tough against them, you know. Geographically, last season, you name it. We know a lot of their lads, they know a lot of our lads. It's always a tough game, like any derby, but always feels like it's added flavour. Frustrating, really, from more personal perspective, and I think all the lads in there, we've probably undersold ourselves today. Didn't really felt like we got going all game. A couple of good chances first half. Maybe on another day we go in more than one up. They also had a couple of chances though, in all honesty, and then second half, you know, poor goal to concede. They happened, don't they? But I think overall feels like we've not give it a fair go today. We've probably come away knowing we could have given it more and done more, particularly off the back of probably two fairly decent results. You know, a win away at Coleshill and a point away at Rushden, who had momentum at the time. Frustrating day.
Well, it was a proper derby and a proper relegation 6-pointer, wasn't it? I mean, are you going to expect a cagey match when so much is on the line against our local side?
Yeah, I think both teams knew probably the scale of the game. They obviously want to close the gap on us. We want to extend the gap. Conditions obviously played a big part in the quality of the overall game, and that's for both sides. I think it was everything I expected it to be today. I'm just disappointed as vice captain today that we, including myself, we've really undersold ourselves, and we've got to respond now. We've got to train well this week and prepare right for another. Every game's going to be big for us all the way in now, so it's going to be a tough one again next Saturday. Every game's tough, like we say, week in, week out, so we've got to dust ourselves off, learn from what we've not done today, and give it a good go and put it right next week.
Well, you're obviously disappointed not to get the victory, but with everyone else losing around us, in the bottom 5 it was only ourselves and Rugby who picked anything up, so now we find ourselves 7 points clear. Is that a reason for some kind of celebration?
I'm not one of them that, or personally, I'm not one of them that looks at other people and at other teams and thinks, oh, that's great for us. I like to worry about what we can control, and today I look at it and probably think it's 2 points dropped rather than a point gained, and it's a bonus that results have gone our way again. But if we play like that for the rest of the season and rely on other teams, then we're not in the right place, are we? So we've definitely got to work hard and respond well. You don't mind dropping points or losing games or drawing games if you've come off the pitch and you felt like it's a really good go. But I feel today we've not quite done that, and it's unlike us. It's unusual, and you have them across the course of the season. But frustrating, very frustrating.
Well, on to happier things now. Today was your 300th appearance for Coventry Sphinx, and we spoke to Tomo earlier. He said it's almost unheard of these days for a player to hit 300 appearances for the same club. But how proud of you of this brilliant achievement?
Yeah, I'm probably stood in Jack Edwards' shadow a bit after he made his 400th for Leamington last weekend. But no, I'm truly proud of it. Really proud. Like you say, it's not something we hear about. There's always lots of movement in non-league these days. But yeah, I'm personally really proud. This has been my club ever since I was probably 5 years old, 4, 5, 6, whatever it was when I first started out. And last season getting the club promoted was always an ambition for me, but something I'm really proud of, and hopefully it's a sign that I'm getting old, I guess, or a little bit older. Proud of the achievement, but I still feel like I've got more to give as well. So
definitely more appearances to come. But we saw a photo of you about a rather young Lewis Guest on the Sphinx Twitter earlier. Must have been 8 or 9 years old. Still had the hairline then. Yeah. Back then, when you were first starting out, could you imagine that you would have reached all those appearances for the same club?
No, not in all honesty. It's I think just with the nature of non-league football, managers come and go, teams come and go, teams have good years, teams have bad years. It's that there's quite dramatic changes year on year. You know, one team can be good one year, and then all of a sudden next year they're down in a relegation fight. So I think, don't get me wrong, I've rode many ups and many downs at Sphinx, and you know, we've had years where it's been a bit of a gnarly year. Like we've finished 15th, 14th, and you know, it's a bit last 8 games of the season. You're not going to go anywhere, and yeah, them sort of years. But I think particularly probably since Sean and John have come in, we've made incremental growth year on year. Like we're just improving incrementally, sustainably as well. You know, we're the club, and even, you know, beyond the management, the club and the chairman have shown that they want progression, and I think that's always a thing in my head that's probably kept me here. There has been times where you've had opportunities to, you know, jump ship and go elsewhere, but I think the way the club is, and you know, that ambition to continue to improve. I'm not saying that, you know, they chucked a load of money at it and there was pressure on to get promoted, but there was always they always wanted to improve year on year, and you know, little improvements around the ground, and just generally as a club, and then always looking to improve the team. So if we finished 8th one year, it's okay, let's get in the top 7 next year. And there was a feeling, I guess, across the last 2 years that, you know, we're onto something here, and we can actually go and do something. And I think, yeah, that's probably, that feeling is probably what's kept me here. Because if the club ended in a place where they didn't show that, then obviously as an individual you want, you know, you always want ambition and drive, and that's in every walk of life, I guess, from my perspective. So,
well, as you say, finally, it's a good time to be around Coventry Sphinx. Promotion last year, the ground grading, the ground improvements have been coming, the club's going places, so really an incentive to stick around. How many appearances do you think you can rack up for the Sphinx before you decide to call it a day? Hopefully not anytime soon.
Yeah. I'd love to get to the 500 mark, I guess. I'd love to, albeit legs, injuries, and everything else that comes with it. And obviously, depending on, you know, I've got to maintain form, and you know, there's the group of lads in there, and even beyond the group of lads that were, you know, in the 16 today, we've got a really good squad now. Which, if you look back across, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, you think, bloody hell, we'd never get to that. So we're obviously doing something right. Yeah, I definitely feel I've got more in me, more appearances, 500s in the sight, and I'd love to do it. But obviously, I've got to take each year as it comes, and absolutely focus on this year. You know, promotion was all good and well last year, and absolutely massive thing for the club. But we've got I don't know, whatever it is, 9 or 10 games left, 11 games, you tell me. But we've got a really big finish to the season, and if we can manage to hold that and stay in the league this year, then again it's another successful year. And again, we'll be looking then come the end of the year, and I'm sure Sean and John will be starting before the end of the season to be like, okay, what can we do next year? Where do we need to improve? And that's what I want to be a part of, and as long as my legs allow me to do that, I'll be doing it.
Well, Guessing, congratulations on an incredible achievement. 300 appearances, many more to come. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers, Neil. Thank you.